Good morning students. Today I am going to explain you figure of speech. Okay. Now tell me what is figures of speech? Figure of speech is a colorful way of expressing one's idea in an extraordinary manner to create a better effect or make that sentence more interesting. Okay, it gives more explanation or it makes the poem more interesting. So we all use figures of speech. Okay, now see, first I want to explain you figure of speech, simile and metaphor. Now listen, difference between simile and metaphor. Okay, simile is a figure of speech, a direct comparison made between two different things using the word like, so, as. Okay, for example, the peasants came like swarms of flies. Here, peasants are directly compared to swarms of flies using the word like. Okay, here simile, direct comparison made between two different things. Here using the word like, so, as. Now, metaphor. Metaphor is a figure of speech, here indirect comparison made between two different things. Here without using the word like, so, as. Example, life is a journey. Here life is indirectly compared to a journey. Is that clear? Difference between simile and metaphor. Simile here direct comparison and metaphor indirect comparison. Here we use word like, so, as, but here without using the word like, so, as. Clear? Now next figure of speech, alliteration. In this figure of speech, same or similar letter or sound repeated two times or more than two times, or repetition of sound or letter are called alliteration. Okay, example, Betty bought some better butter, but the butter was bitter. Here, letter B repeated 7 times for better poetic effect. Okay, here only letter or sound repeated, that means alliteration, a letter, alliteration. Okay, letter or sound repeated two times or more than two times. Now see, repetition, difference between alliteration and repetition. Here same or similar words are repeated two times or more than two times. Example, my kingdom for a horse. Here words my kingdom repeated twice for better poetic effect. One more example, twinkle twinkle little star. Here word twinkle repeated twice to make the poem more interesting. Is it clear? Difference between alliteration and repetition. Alliteration here letter or sound repeated. Repetition here words are repeated two times or more than two times. Okay. Now next figure of speech, personification. Here inanimate objects or abstract ideas or non-living things are given human qualities. That means non-living things are given human qualities. For example, the waves are dancing. Okay, here non-living thing, waves are given human quality of dancing for better poetic effect. And one more example, the hills rejoice and clap their hands. Here hills are given human qualities such as rejoicing and clapping. Is that clear? Personification. Here Inanimate objects or abstract ideas or non-living things are given human qualities. Next figure of speech, apostrophe. Apostrophe is a figure of speech. Here speaker addresses some inanimate or non-living things or some abstract idea as if it were a living person, or some absent or dead person as if he were present. Okay, actually inanimate or non-living things, but poet thought living person or some absent or dead person, then also if he were present, that all poets thinking. Okay, for example, my father let my country awake. Here direct address is made to God as if he were present in front of the poet. Second, captain, oh captain, captain, my captain. Here, direct address is made to his captain's dead body as if he were present in front of the poet. Okay. Now, apostrophe is a figure of speech. Here, speaker addresses some inanimate or non-living things or some abstract idea, but is thinking if it were a living person or some absent or dead person, actually not here, then also he address them if he were present. Is that clear? Next, figures of speech. Onomatopoeia. Here words that imitate a sound or words that represent a sound. For example, doves are cooing, bees are buzzing, lions are roaring, birds are chirping, boys are whistling. Here words cooing, buzzing, roaring, chirping represent a sound. Okay? Words that represent a sound, then definitely figure of speech onomatopoeia. Okay, any word that represent a sound, then definitely it is figure of speech onomatopoeia. Okay, now next figure of speech tautology. Here two or more than two different words are used in the same line which have similar or same meaning. Okay, actually two or more than two different words are used in the same line which have similar or same meaning. For example, use always boiling hot water to drink. Here words boiling and hot are two different words but having same or similar meaning to make the line more interesting. Is that clear? Onomatopoeia, that means word that represent a sound, and tautology, in this figure of speech you can see two or more than two different words in the same line which have similar or same meaning. Next, figures of speech, antithesis. Here we can see two opposite words or ideas put together in the same line or same sentence. Okay, in antithesis, we can see two opposite words in the same line or same sentence. For example, they have their exits and their entrances. Here, two opposite words, exits and entrances, okay, used in the same line. So, figure of speech, antithesis. Okay, in antithesis, we can see two opposite words or ideas put together in the same line or same sentence. If any sentence have two opposite words, then definitely it is figure of speech antithesis. Now next, transferred epithet. Here transferred epithet. Epithet means adjective. Here the adjective is transferred from its original place to another word to which it does not strictly belong. Is that clear? Okay, transferred epithet. Here the adjective is transferred. Epithet means adjective. From its original place to another word to which it does not strictly belong. For example, see, she lay her head on a restless pillow. Okay. The adjective epithet restless. Here adjective, which one adjective? Restless, is transferred from the person where it rightly belongs to pillow. Actually, here adjective restless is transferred from the person to pillow. Actually, here to where it does not belong. Is that clear? Adjective is transferred from its original place to another word to which it does not strictly belong. Thank you.